Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your Emotional Support Podcast, the place where we talk about self-worth in real life. Not perfect life, not influencer life, real life. The kind where you're trying to answer emails, remember appointments, drink enough water, keep everyone alive, and maybe have 5 uninterrupted minutes to yourself. Have you ever been told to put your shoulders away from your ears, relax the muscles in your face, or soften the area around your eyes? These, for me, are game changers. So today I wanted to talk about meditation and relaxation techniques. And before anyone immediately thinks I could never meditate, my brain is too busy, I don't have time, I tried it once and just thought about laundry, this episode is especially for you. Because meditation and relaxation are not about becoming a perfectly calm mountain monk who never gets irritated in traffic. They are really about creating moments where your nervous system gets a break from constantly being on. And honestly, that matters so much for your sense of self-worth. Because when we're constantly stressed, overstimulated, rushed, and mentally exhausted, we tend to become much harsher with ourselves. We stop listening to ourselves, we stop checking in with ourselves, we stop treating ourselves like someone worth caring for. And over time, that can really chip away at how we see ourselves. So today we're going to talk about why meditation and relaxation help self-worth, what actually happens in your brain and body, easy techniques for busy people, how to fit this into a hectic schedule without adding another thing to your to-do list, and why doing it imperfectly still counts. So grab your coffee, your tea, your emotional support water bottle, and let's get into it. So why does relaxation matter so much for self-worth? I think a lot of us think about self-worth as confidence. Like, I feel worthy once I become more confident. But self-worth and confidence are two very different things. Self-worth is deeply connected to how safe and regulated we feel emotionally. When your nervous system is overwhelmed all the time, your brain starts operating in survival mode. And survival mode is not exactly known for producing kind, balanced thoughts. This is where we get thoughts like, I'm failing, I'm behind, everyone else is handling life better than me, I should be doing more, why can't I get it together? When we never slow down, our brain doesn't really get the chance to challenge those thoughts. Meditation and relaxation techniques create small pauses where your brain and body can reset a little bit. And those pauses can help you respond to yourself with more compassion instead of constant criticism. All right, I want to clear things up. Meditation is not the absence of thoughts. Because if that were the requirement, literally none of us would qualify. None of us would be able to do it. Meditation is actually noticing your thoughts without immediately spiraling with them. That's it. You're not failing because your mind wanders. Your mind wandering is actually part of the process. It's kind of like having a puppy. You gently set it down, then it runs away, and you bring it back again. And then it runs away again. That is meditation. So if you've ever thought I'm bad at meditating, congratulations, you're probably actually meditating. So let's talk about the benefits of meditation and relaxation. There are so many benefits, both emotionally and physically. Some of the biggest ones are reduced stress and anxiety, improved sleep, better emotion regulation, increased focus, lower physical tension, improved mood, more self-awareness, greater patience with yourself and others. And one of the most important benefits for self-worth, you start learning that you deserve moments of care and rest. And that is huge because a lot of us secretly believe that we have to earn rest. But rest is not a reward for burnout. You are allowed to take care of yourself along the way before you completely fall apart. This is one way to do that. Now let's talk practical strategies, because I know that we're all busy. And adding one more thing to try to fit into your day is, I think you just probably tuned me out. Okay? Sometimes, when they talk about like, taking care of yourself or wellness, it sounds like wake up at 4:30 a.m. and meditate beside a waterfall. Okay, that is not realistic, and none of us are going to actually do that, especially me living in the Midwest when there are literally no waterfalls anywhere near me. So here are realistic ways to incorporate relaxation into actual human life. The first one, the 1-minute reset. You do not need an hour. You can literally start with 1 minute. 1 minute of deep breathing, closing your eyes, relaxing your shoulders, sitting quietly in your car before walking into work, standing in your kitchen breathing before everyone wakes up. That counts. Okay? And you would be amazed how long a minute lasts. Sometimes people skip self-care entirely because they think it has to be elaborate, but consistency matters more than intensity. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Consistency matters more than intensity. 1 minute reset done regularly can genuinely help calm your nervous system. I mean, you could do it once a day. You could do it multiple times a day, whenever you feel like you need to. The second one is box breathing. This is one of the easiest techniques to remember, because you inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale it for 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds. And you just repeat that for as long as you need to. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. It's simple, it's grounding, and it can literally be done anywhere, at work, in the grocery store parking lot, before an awkward conversation, before answering that email that already raised your blood pressure. Okay, you can do this anytime, and it doesn't take long. The third one, guided meditation. If sitting in silence feels impossible, guided meditation can help a lot. This is my go-to. This is my favorite. I love it. And there are so many apps out there. Some are free, some are paid. Go and look them up, because I highly recommend guided meditation, but that's just me. It might not be for everybody. There are definitely options on YouTube, Spotify. I have one on Apple Apple, just an app. And most of them are only like 5 to 10 minutes long. There are a couple that might be like 15, 20, but most of them are about 10 minutes long. You can search for things like self-worth meditation, anxiety meditation, sleep meditation, morning grounding meditation, and honestly, sometimes just hearing a calm voice remind you to breathe can make a huge difference. The fourth thing that you can incorporate is progressive muscle relaxation. This is excellent too, and I've actually been doing this since I was about 6 when I started getting migraine headaches, and this helps so much, okay? This is for people who hold stress physically in their body, and it can be great for pain relief also. You slowly tense and relax different muscle groups. Okay, for example, if you tighten your shoulders and then you hold it for a few seconds and then you release it and then move to a different area of your body. Sometimes it helps your body recognize the difference between tension and relaxation, because some of us have been stressed for so long that tension feels normal. Okay, we don't remember what it's like to not feel that our muscles tense. Okay, another part of this is just like a body scan. If you don't like tensing your muscles and then releasing them, Another way that you can do this is like a body scan, where you just kind of lay or sit, whatever you need to, and focus on different parts of your body and kind of imagine them like softening. Or the one that I like is imagine like it's knotted up and you're untying the knot. So you might picture your feet and like a knot untying, or your shoulders and a knot untying. And you just kind of either go from toe to head or head to toe and kind of scan through each body part and mentally picture it untying. Super helpful. That is what has helped me, like with my migraines when I get so tense because the pain is so intense. If I focus on that, it helps me relax and helps the like pain. You know, I take medication also, but it helps to kind of get things more relaxed. And the last little realistic tip is to meditate while doing everyday things. Meditation doesn't always have to look like sitting cross-legged on the floor, you know, with your palms up. You can practice this. You can practice mindfulness while you're walking, while you're washing dishes, while you're drinking coffee, while you're folding laundry, sitting outside, playing with your dog, driving, without immediately turning on noise, okay? Mindfulness is simply paying attention to the present moment without judging it. And in a lot of the guided meditation apps and videos, they talk about this, about how to be mindful, how to notice your thoughts, but not judge them. And I think that that is so incredibly important for our self-worth. Small moments still matter. One of the most healing things we can learn is that the small moments matter just as much as the big ones, sometimes even more. You do not need to completely transform your life overnight. You do not need to become a wellness influencer. You do not need a perfectly organized morning routine with 12 supplements and a cold plunge. You just need moments where you reconnect with yourself, even briefly, especially briefly, because those small moments send your brain a powerful message. I matter too. And honestly, that message is at the core of what self-worth is. If relaxation feels uncomfortable at first, that's normal too. Sometimes people who are used to constantly being busy actually feel anxious when things get quiet, because silence can bring up emotions that we've been avoiding. So if this feels difficult initially, it doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're human. Start small, be gentle with yourself, and remember that this is practice, not a performance, okay? Progress is progress. So this week, I want you to challenge yourself to find one tiny moment of pause each day. Not because you've earned it, not because you've finished everything, not because you've become productive enough, but because you are worthy of care right now, exactly as you are. Thank you so much for listening to your Emotional Support Podcast. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need the reminder that slowing down is not weakness. Until next time, I am so glad you're here. Take care of yourselves and be gentle with your minds.